run it back. Told him put the money in the bag, double that. Run it back, run it back. Told him put the money in the bag, double that, double that.
Run it back, run it back.
Run it, run it, run it back, run it back, run it, run it, run it back, run it back, run it, run it, run it back, run it back.
Run it back, 100 stack in the trunk with expired tag. Punch the gas, run into the future.
Tonight,
from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh,
it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New England Patriots.
Oh, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. But tonight we start Week 14 of the NFL season with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
First play, first pass for Brady. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Now Martin running left. The numbers on the ground for Martin a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
On 1st down, Brady. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 108 for the yardage and the score, too.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. This defense for the Patriots, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. The Steelers at 11-1 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, you know, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Options galore here, second and a few inches. A run right side, it's Bettis. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Now we give running left, it's Bettis. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. To throw is Rodgers. Touchdown! A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Brady. Open man there is Fryer, complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down.
On third down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
So on fourth down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That one complete to Bettis. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. But you look at this Patriots defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Rodgers now on first down. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And in for the Steelers touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here. 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New England's offense set to go. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
They need 18 yards here on third down. Here's Brady to throw. Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Patriots are back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We stood 14-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And Charles, no two ways around it. Anytime you get the current #1 and #2 seeds in the AFC playing each other this late in a season, it's a big game.
It is definitely a big game, and not just for seeding and placement and such, but for trying to establish yourself as a team to beat. You want everyone else in the league to look at you and say, boy, it's going to be tough to knock those guys off.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw, it's Rodgers. Short throw, that's caught by Davis. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 6. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. 2nd and 6. As they've got it as we resume action. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 30.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Pats are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Shotgun now for Brady. Short throw complete to Gronkowski. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Brady now on 1st down. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So a decent game there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. On play action, now Rodgers. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting them back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he will find Davis. That's complete. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And now out come the Patriots. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run over center with Martin. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Drops it off to Martin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. This is 2nd and 8. Harris running straight ahead. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Rodgers going to throw. It's brought in by Harris. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards that time for number 19.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He gets it complete to Harris. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. This 2nd and 4. Here's Rodgers to throw. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, Rodgers. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him. Rodgers to throw once more. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's Rodgers. This will be caught once again by Brown. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Patriots are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive, because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. That's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And this one is right through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you two in just a moment. First, we just want to give everybody a look ahead to what's in store for us this weekend as we enter the final month of this NFL season. Good matchups all up and down the schedule there. We'll highlight the one in Cincinnati. A big test coming up for the Bengals as they'll take on the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Good games in the late afternoon as well, one being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And then lastly, the nation gets a good one on Sunday night between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. We got an excellent first half from the former MVP Aaron Rodgers. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run again with Harris. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second and 9. On play action, it's Rodgers. Short throw, that's caught by Davis. So the completion good for 6 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed guaranteed when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Call it no gain there on the first down play. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting
35. First down. Here's the run with Martin. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Brady now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. Short throw that's caught by Davis. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. This one from 46 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Patriots get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point,
That big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw is Rodgers. Juju Smith-Schuster, and all the way up to the 45-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He finds his man complete. That's Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Second down and a yard. On play action, Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Looking to throw. Rodgers finding Pickens for another catch. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of...
It's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, 2nd guy in, tackle the ball.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth punching it in from a yard away as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done. And
slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A give left to Martin. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.